Hi, I'm going to show you the basics of using canva.com in order to create a banner to print in the Imagine Lab. So this is just the very basics. There will be a lot more options, but just so you know, this would at least get you started. Right now, what I'm using is the free version. You can purchase a subscription to Canva and get access to additional resources. But what I'm going to show you is the free version. And if you have any questions about this, please contact the Imagine Lab. So to start out, you will have to get an account. It's free to get an account. Once you log on, this is very important. You need to click on either custom size or create a design and then custom size, but you have to click on custom size. Unless you want to create something like a yard sign that's 24 by 18 or a poster, then you can use that. But if you have a specific size you want to use for your banner, then you have to click on custom size from the very beginning. With the free version, you can't change the size once you've started. So I'm going to click on custom size. Make sure you change the units. It will be in pixels. You want to click on that and change it to inches, and then the width and the height. So you can make your banner basically whatever size you want to a certain degree. So we have 3 different sizes of banner. We have 30-inch, 38, and 54-inch banner. They're all on a roll. So as long as one side of your banner is less than that number, you can use the banners we have. Now, the printable area on the banners is approximately 2 inches less than what the size of the banner is. So if you want to use the 38-inch banner, designed for 36 inches. Do not include like a white margin or anything like that. The printer doesn't see that. It looks at the size you have and goes by that. So let's say we want to make a banner that's 36 inches tall. So we change the height to 36, and then the width we want to be 4 feet, so we're going to put 48. So it's 4 feet wide by 3 feet tall. Click on Create New Design, and that gives you what I call like a piece of paper, a document that is that size. So when you're designing, fill this up. We will print this size, and it doesn't matter what colors you use or anything like that. But if you leave a white space on it, it's going to be white. The banner's white, so it will just be white. It doesn't print white, but the banner is white. So go ahead and fill it up. You've got all this space to work with. You might as well make the letters as big as you can and add the images you want. So to get started, we'll click on text. Over on the left-hand side, there's a text button. And these just are different like sizes. They do have some options, but if you notice there's a crown here, those are only available for people who have the Pro account. So if you see a crown, you're probably not going to be able to use it. Sometimes you can purchase just that item, but instead of having the whole subscription, but you can use the free things. There's plenty of free things in here. So I'm just going to click on add a heading. It adds the box, a text box on the design. And so I'm just going to type in happy birthday. Now, once I have it typed in, I can highlight it and change the size up here at the top to the font size. It only goes up to 144, but up here I can type in 400 or whatever number you want. And if it doesn't look right, then just keep changing it until it's what you want. Here is the font. So this is what it will look like. Again, you'll see the crowns that show that it costs money, but you'll see there's a lot of different kinds that do not cost money. So you just click on one, you can see what it looks like. I like that, so I'm going to use that. You can drag it by the corners to make it bigger. You can, might have to click over to the side somewhere to get rid of that box so you can move it around. The red line shows that it's centered. So right there, it's centered and in the middle of the document, if that's something that's important to you. So I'm going to move this up to the top. And another thing you can do with the font is change the color. So I'm going to highlight it, and here where the A is, and it has a little rainbow underneath it, if you click on that, it gives you different options. So I'm going to go ahead and make it blue. It doesn't look like it did anything, but if you click somewhere where it's blank, it shows that it's now blue. You can do other things. There are effects. You can center it. You can align it to the left, to the right. all that. You can underline it. Some fonts allow you to bold or italics and underline. Sometimes underline is not available. So this is where you can change the font and make it look different ways. I'm going to now add an element. So along the left-hand side, there's an icon that says elements. And so that's where you would add backgrounds, pictures. You can animate, well, you can animate a poster, but you could animate Facebook or something like that. But I'm going to click on this and type in balloons. And there's graphics and photos, videos. So like I said, not necessarily on banner would you use that. There's music, audio. So under graphics, I'm going to click on see all. Again, you'll see the crown, so those cost money. It says here so you can pay $1 just to use that image. So if there is something you really, really want to use, you could purchase that image. So here's some that are free, so I'm going to click on that. And I can move it around, change it by dragging by the corners. It also, if you'll notice there in the little black box, it will show you what size that is. So like right now, it's almost 17 inches wide and 23 inches tall. So that gives you an idea about how big that whole image will be. Let's see what else there is. Here's like some garland we can add over here. Let's make it a little bit smaller. If I click on that, there's an option to duplicate it, so I could add extra. And up at the top, there's flip, so I could flip it and make it so it's opposite of what the other side is. Let's move happy birthday down a little bit. So you can just mess with it however you want, move things around. You can keep adding pictures, but you can also upload. So if you click on upload, you can add pictures from your computer. So if I click on upload files and then click on pictures, I'm trying to see what all I have in here. I know I've got tons of pictures on my computer. Let's look at cute graphics. So these are things I've downloaded before, and I can upload this to Canva and use it for free. So there's no charge. I've already got it. It's my image. So if I click on this heart and click on open, it will add those hearts to my Canva account, and then I can click on it and add it to my document. So actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here and make happy birthday, so it's in two separate lines. And then I can add these hearts on either side. I'm going to duplicate it and add the hearts on this side. Now, it's up to you. Design is your own. I'm not a graphic designer, so I just do what I like. And that's what I suggest people do. You do what you like. I don't like the words that far apart. So I'm going to click on the text box, and up here at the top, there's the thing that says spacing. It has lines with an arrow that goes up and down. So if I click on that, I can do line spacing, and I can move those words closer together or farther apart. So I'm going to move them closer together. And then once I have that, I'm going to just move it around a little bit. So I've got this design, and you might say, well, that's okay. Well, all this white area is here. So when I print out my banner, it will be 4 feet by 3 feet, but we'll have maybe a foot and a half of just white down here at the bottom. So let's go ahead and add maybe someone's name. So I'm going to click on add a heading, and I'm going to type Grandma. And sometimes if you can't move something, just click somewhere where it's blank and try it again. So I'm going to move this around and make it as big as I can. And I can go up here to the font. And I don't remember what I used. We'll see if this is it. Yep, that's it. If not, you could just click on this and see what it's called and then find it. You could even type in the word there. So I'm going to make this even bigger so it takes up that space. And there we go. So in just a few minutes, I created, I think, a cute banner for my grandma. And then, so this is ready to bring to the Imagine Lab and print out. So when you're done, a couple things. First, remember your login and password information for Canva. So if there's ever a problem when you come into the library, you can open up your Canva account and make any changes. Or you can download it to us, or download. If you want to save it to a flash drive, Then up here in the right hand corner it says share. You can click on that, and might have to scroll down a little bit, but you want to go to download. And then right here where it says file type, change that to PDF. Either one seems to work in the library, so go ahead and pick whichever one you want to. So PDF and then download. We need PDF in order to print on the large format printer, so it's best if you already have it saved as a PDF, and that saves your file size, or your banner size. It saves all that, and it's ready to go as soon as you get in here. We can just load it, double check everything, and start printing it. If you save it as something else, then we'll have to do some other things to it, so it might take a little bit longer. It may just not turn out quite the way you wanted it to. So it's just best if you can save it as a PDF from the very beginning. So I've saved it to a PDF. It's in my downloads. So I can now transfer this to a flash drive, or I can email it to the Imagine Lab. So our email is imagine@champaigncountylibrary.org. Everything is spelled out. It's a really long email. So you can email it to us, bring us on a flash drive. We just need to get it on our computer that is hooked up to the printer. So however you want to do that, that's fine with us, as long as we can get it.